Have you ever wondered how to make your smoky dress look very beautiful on the inside without having to weave or go through the stress of weaving? Since weaving a smoky dress is quite difficult, then this video is for you. Hey guys, it's your girl So by Babel. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new to this space, and welcome back to my YouTube channel if you're a subscriber. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how I made the inner seam of my smoky dress look very nice using a French seam method. So first I went ahead to draft out my fabric, adding 4 inches extra allowance to my initial measurement. Now I'll just go ahead to mark my chest point and my top length so as to make my armhole. So just like you see me do, I've minused my chest, my upper measurement, and my chest measurement is starting from about 3 or 4 inches because I'll be folding the upper side. I'll be hemming the upper side and also hemming the lower side, that is my chest line and my top length as well. So I just went ahead to mark my bust measurement plus 4 inches and just mark that at the edge over there. That's the chest line. Note that I've added my smoking inches allowance to my fabric already. So at this point I will just come down by 2 inches from my initial markings and just go ahead to connect each dot that I've marked to the side seam to give me my armhole measurement. And this will be the part where I'll be attaching my sleeve to the top. So I'll just go ahead to cut this for the front and also for the back. I'm using my curved ruler to curve this. You can also use your free hand to curve this out. So I'll do this for the front and I'll also do this for the back. And note also that this fabric is on fold. I folded it on in two, so I would not have to do on both the right and the left side. I'm using a very light crepe fabric, and that's why I'm being very careful and very gentle with my fabric. Now I've gone ahead to cut it out and I've hemmed my chest line and my top length as well. So now I'll just go ahead to mark out my lines on the front part of my fabric, the outer part of my fabric. I'm using this ruler as a guideline, so I'll go ahead to mark about ½ inch, but first I went ahead to mark 1 inch and also mark in between the lines of the 1 inch. So I used my ruler as my guideline to mark this line. I'll go ahead to do this for both the front and the back fabric of this top, and after doing that then we'll go ahead to make our French seam. So I'm done marking. I don't want my line to get to the tip of my top, so hence the half length. So I want it to be like a peplum smoky top. So now I'll go ahead to stitch this down, the wrong side facing wrong side first. You go ahead to sew the wrong side facing the wrong side first. So after doing that, I'll just go ahead to trim a bit of the fabric. I sewed on ½ inch, but I'll still go ahead to trim a little bit of the fabric. And after trimming a little bit of the fabric on the side of the seam, I'll go ahead to iron this down. I'll open it up and go ahead to iron it down. So I'll open it up like this and I will go ahead to iron it. So after ironing it, this is what it looks like, and I'll go ahead to flip it over. The part that we initially sewed, we'll put it in, we'll tuck it in like this, and then we'll go ahead to sew it again. This is called a French seam, and this is the best method ever I've used to finish up my smoky dress without having to weave the sides, because it's quite difficult to weave the side of your smoky dress. So you don't need to weave the side, you just need to make a French seam on both sides of your fabric and then go ahead to share your top. You can use any fabric for this for French seam. Note that you can use any fabric for your French seam. So after doing that, this is what it looks like on the outside, and on the inside this is what it looks like on the inside. So there is no raw seam outside, there's no raw edges outside. The inside and the outside is very clean and very neat. So now we'll just go ahead to start sewing on those lines that we've made. And if you are very good at making a straight line, you don't need to pre-draw your lines before sewing. So now I'll just go ahead to do this for the second side and close both seam. After closing both seam, now I'll go ahead to roll up my elastic thread. So I'll be using the white elastic thread for this tutorial, and I used my hand to roll up my elastic thread. You don't want to wind it with your machine because it might make it too tight. So I will just go ahead to place my bobby in my bobby case, and we'll go ahead to start sewing. So now I'll just go ahead to start sewing, and I'll just go ahead to be sewing round and round and round. I don't need to stop the sewing at any point until I'm totally done, because both edges are closed. So all you need to do is you sew to one edge, and when you get to the one side of the seam, you turn it to the other side of the seam and sew, and you keep sewing round in circle. You keep sewing round in circle, and this is just the chest side that has armhole, so you don't need to go in circles at this point. So this is what the chest side looks like. You can see the elastic thread is already making it look like it gathered. Now I'll just go ahead to do that for the back as well, and I'll be sewing the back and the front simultaneously because we'll be going in circles. So this is what the first half looks like. This is what the first half of my sewing look like, and it is very easy, trust me. Using this method is very easy because your inside will look exactly like the outside. It will be neat on the inside and neat on the outside for your side seam. This is your inside and this is the outside of it. So after sewing everything, this is what the inside looks like. You can see there is no edge, there is no side seam. There is no side seam at all because we sewed on the side seam. We shared the side seam as well. Then this is what the final look like. This is what it looks like. I hope you guys find this tutorial and this video helpful, and if you find this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up like and also share. If you've not turned on your notification bell, please do that. And if you've not